Once upon a time there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her, but most of all by her grandmother, and there was nothing that she would not have given to the child. Once she gave her a little cap of red velvet, which suited her so well that she would never wear anything else, so she was always called Little Red Riding Hood.
One day her mother said to her,
"Come, Little Red Riding Hood, here's a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother. She is ill and weak, and they will do her good. She set out before it gets hot. When you are going, walk nicely and quietly and do not run off the path, or you may fall and break the bottle, and then your grandmother will get nothing. When you go into her room, don't forget to say good morning, and don't peep into every corner before you do it."
I will take great care,"
said Little Red Riding Hood to her mother and gave her hand on it.
The grandmother lived out in the wood, half a league from the village, and just as Little Red Riding Hood entered the wood, a wolf met her. Little Red Riding Hood did not know what a wicked creature he was, and was not at all afraid of him.
"Good day, Little Red Riding Hood,"
said the wolf. "Thank you kindly, wolf,"
said Little Red Riding Hood in her sweetest voice.
Whither away so early, Little Red Riding Hood?" asked the wolf.
"I'm going to my grandmother's,"
said Little Red Riding Hood with a smile in her voice.
"And what have you got in your apron?"
asked the wolf in as kindly as a voice as he could muster. "Cake and wine. Yesterday was baking day, so poor grandmother is to have something good to make her strong,"
explained Little Red Riding Hood politely.
"Where does your grandmother live, Little Red Riding Hood?"
"A good quarter of a league farther on in the wood. Her house stands under the 3 large oak trees, the nut trees, and just below. You surely must know it."
The wolf thought to himself, "What a tender young creature, what a nice plump mouthful. She will better to eat the old woman. I must act craftily so as to catch both."
So he walked for a short time by the side of Little Red Riding Hood. Then he said,
"See, Little Red Riding Hood, how pretty the flowers are about here. Why do you not look around? I believe, too, that you do not hear how sweetly the little birds are singing. You walk gravely along as if you were going to school, while everything else out here is in the wood is merry."
Little Red Riding Hood raised her eyes, and when she saw the sunbeams dancing here and there through the trees and pretty flowers growing everywhere, she thought, suppose I take grandmother a fresh nosegay. That would please her too. It is so early in the day that I shall get there in good time."
And so she ran from the path into the wood to look for flowers, and whenever she had picked one, she fancied that she saw a still pretty one on further, and ran after it, and so got deeper and deeper into the wood.
Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight up to the grandmother's house and knocked at the door.
Who was there?
"Little Red Riding Hood, I am bringing cake and wine. Open the door."
Lift the latch,
called out the grandmother.
"I am too weak and cannot get up." The wolf lifted the latch, the door sprang open. Without saying a word, he went straight to the grandmother's bed and devoured. He dressed himself in her cap, laid himself in bed, and drew the curtains.
Little Red Riding Hood, however, had been running about picking flowers, and when she had gathered so many that she could carry no more, she remembered her grandmother and set out on the way to her.
She was surprised to find the cottage door standing open, and when she went into the room, she had such a strange feeling that she said to herself,
"Oh dear, how uneasy I feel today. And at other times, I like being with grandmother so much," she called out. "Good morning."
but received no answer. She went to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her grandmother with a cap pulled over her face, and looking very strange.
"Oh, grandmother,"
she said,
"what big ears you have."
"The better to hear you with, my child,"
replied the wolf.
"But grandmother, what big eyes you have." Little Red Riding Hood said with surprise in her voice.
"The better to see you with, my dear."
"But grandmother, what large hands you have."
The better to hug you with."
"Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have."
"The better to eat you with."
Had the wolf said this, then with one bound he was out of bed and swallowed up Little Red Riding Hood in one bite.
When the wolf appeased his appetite, he lay down again in the bed, fell asleep, and began to snore very loud. A huntsman was just passing the house and thought to himself,
That the wolf was laying in it.
"Do I find you here, you old sinner?" said the huntsman. "I have long sought you."
Then, just as he was going to fire at him, it occurred to him that the wolf might have devoured the grandmother, and that she might still be saved, so he did not fire. but took a pair of scissors and began to cut open the stomach of the sleeping wolf.
When he made 2 snips, he saw Little Red Riding Hood shining, and then he made 2 snips more, and the little girl sprang out crying.
Oh, how frightened I have been. How dark it was inside the wolf.
And after that, their aged grandmother came out alive also, but scarcely able to breathe. Little Red Riding Hood, however, quickly fetched great stones with which they filled the wolf's belly, and when he woke, he wanted to run away, but the stones were so heavy that he collapsed at once and fell dead.
The end.